my diet is gas and Popeye's fried chicken.
You could argue that's two types of gas.
Yeah.
Depending on when you get it. Today, I went to go get some tenders, boy. You would have thought niggas bought all the chicken in that motherfucker, man. There was no chicken left in that bitch, boy.
I mean, yeah, I was surprised. Yeah, by the way, just welcome, excuse me, the audience to the Splash Brothers lunch. And you guys are ready. You guys are used to how we do this. So yeah, we'll just jump right into it. But fucking, I was surprised when Popeye's nuggets came out that it wasn't, because I mean those are good. You know, I mean, it's not as good as a chicken sandwich. Like I remember, you know, when the chicken sandwich came out, like I had got a couple before like it actually like went mainstream or whatever, because I didn't even know what it was. It was just like, oh, like I was gonna go get some chicken and I saw the sandwich. And I was like, oh, it's pretty good. Then like a week or two later, that's when like Twitter started talking about it. And then so like I got two before like there was lines around the block and stuff, but I was just surprised that I mean there was like long lines a couple times when I went to get the nuggets, but it wasn't close to the uproar. I don't know.
Nah.
I think it's very funny that you're a chicken sandwich hipster. You got on it before everybody else. I think it's very funny.
I had demo before it came out, you understand.
I just like good food. You know what I'm saying? So like I was just going because at that time, I mean, still now there was like a Popeyes around the block. And so I was just going to get one. And you know, it's like it had new chicken sandwich. I was like, yeah, sure, why not? And yeah, chicken sandwich chips. I like that. Okay. All right. Oh, by the way. The voice y'all are hearing, of course, this is Hurricane. You got Balin. We got a special guest wearing a special shirt that I appreciate. You're gonna have to send me what you got. Who is that?
This is a CD Lamb jersey.
Quality jersey right there.
It's quality Nike dry fit jersey. I think the kid is. I mean, he's obviously very good at football. The thing I appreciate the most is like how cool his like brand of being good at football is.
Yeah.
Like it's very smooth. It's very cool.
Yeah. A lot of smiles.
Lot of smiles, great hair.
Great hair.
Mm-hmm.
Like a strong football name too. CD Lamb.
CD Lamb.
Yeah. I thought it was a nickname at first. No, I saw there's Pele.
His name is his actual name is even stronger. Sedarian Lamb.
Wow.
That's a strong name right there. Mm-hmm. It's a shame he went to that organization though. It's a shame. Wish he went somewhere else.
Yeah, okay. Hey man, we coming back. And
I think it's a great thing.
Yeah. I think so too.
Y'all don't deserve nice things, man. Y'all don't deserve
I will not disagree with you at all.
But we still get him.
Yeah, this is borrowed time, man. Like Jerry's deal with the devil. I'm sure when he dies, like
tomorrow,
very soon.
Yeah,
I'm fairly certain that like we'll go from being like bad with like great publicity to bad with terrible publicity.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
and then like Shannon and Skip won't even talk about it, and then that would be like Jerry would be turning over, like just like looking up and just being really pissed from hell that his brand is just doing poorly.
I wouldn't be surprised if it. I mean, it's not. I guess the attention would maybe go away, but I mean, now like when I think about it, fucking even before. I mean, I wasn't alive then, you know, but even before, you know, Jerry took over. I mean, it was still America's team. I think, you know, it had been like maybe a decade or two before like we had won anything, but it was still, you know, the star is a star, baby.
Mm-hmm. I'm saying the branding is incredible. It's a clean jersey. It's called like blue, white, silver. When they go all white, like that's my the all whites are.
And then you're talking about with the silver pants, the home jersey. Yeah.
They used to have. It was really funny with their pants. It's like this really random, dumb bit of Cowboys trivia that takes up a large part of my brain. It doesn't need to. Their pants are actually seafoam green because the TVs were so bad that they had to be that color to show up as silver on the TV screens.
Wow.
Did not know that.
So if you look at like the old pictures and stuff, not the TV, but old photographs, it's green. That's okay.
It's seafoam green, which I
Never
did.
would
Which,
have knew that.
if they went all seafoam, like there's a small weird part of Cowboys Twitter that's about like we want the seafoam jerseys.
Mm-hmm.
I think they look clean, but I'll have to send you guys like one of the photoshops, like really stupid.
Yeah. So, but now they'll show up green on the TV if they were.
No, they changed them to silver now because everything's in 4K.
Okay.
So like it was like the first years of like HD, like we're out here looking stupid, man. Like
why they got green?
I just Googled it. I always thought it was sweat. These pants really are fucking green.
Motherfuckers' jersey colors was blue and seafoam green. That shit is crazy. Unserious organization, bro. You telling me y'all couldn't find pants that look good on TV? Jerry got all that money, can't find a good pair of pants for his players.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but that's like a silver green though. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not.
Yeah.
That's like a trout green or something.
Trout, hey brother. All I'm saying is he sold y'all a dream. He could have bought y'all silver pants. He said,
"Bro,
they not gonna tell the difference. These dumb motherfuckers ain't gonna know the difference between silver and seafoam green."
Okay,
and y'all didn't.
As I said before, I'm not. I am officially back on the Cowboys bandwagon, but in a very unemotionally connected way. So I'm not going to be hurt by what they do. But even with that proclamation, I'm not going to take no slander from no fucking Jets fan, Balin.
Oh, what?
Who said I was a football fan? Period, my brother. I didn't know. I only root for black quarterbacks. Excuse me.
Okay, so
non-police.
Well, you root for half of
that. I ain't root non-police quarterbacks. Think my quarterbacks commit crimes.
That was the other half. That was the other half of them, my brother. You go.
They stomped the other half of him out at spring break that one time. I'm good.
Oh no,
got to keep him.
Oh no!
I just want to rock my. I'm gonna give me a Marion Barber jersey and just rock that with pride. I don't give a fuck.
I have one. It's at my parents' crib, but that was my favorite. I fucking love Marion Barber.
There we go. So
very, very like sad post-career situation. I think he's not doing great, but
you hate to see it.
All those if someone got
sick, he ran
definitely, he ran like Marshawn, but half his size. So
CTE was jumping in there, man. Wish him the best.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know why I'm a Cowboys fan. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't really have a choice, and I'm thankful, but I didn't really have a choice growing up. My dad's from Texas, but why are you a Cowboys? And like, what happened with you? Were you just blessed, with the gift, sight, or?
No. So I was born in Bangladesh, and we moved to America around 1991.
Mm-hmm.
And my uncle had been going to school in Oklahoma and Texas, and he came up to Massachusetts to help us. Like he moved up and helped us get settled. And he was just the one that taught me about sports. And he was like, "You're a Cowboys fan." And then by the time I realized what that meant, they just won 3 Super Bowls, and I was like, "Oh, this is sick! Like, I'm never gonna lose. I'm never gonna be sad. This is awesome."
Yeah,
it was not awesome.
Yeah, freeze frame, record scratch. It was not.
Yeah. Okay.
And
it wasn't awesome.
It's just
hey man, those 3. You know what I'm saying? How many the Jets got? Balin in your
brother,
life?
I don't know. I know Eli got 2. I'll tell you that much. Eli got 2 in my lifetime. So you can't spell elite without Eli.
Cowboys got 3 in my lifetime. Yeah, that was my introduction to football. That was
before or after Christ, Hurricane.
Shut up. It was I was born in 1990, so my earliest memories are us winning. It's like I went from us winning to the last 3 Jordan titles. So yeah, my childhood up till 8 wasn't too bad.
No, I won every year. Just like Michael Jordan never lost. It was fucking sick. Like
yep.
And then
Y2K happened, and then that was a turning point.
I think that was it. I think it was just Y2K, just like Jerry never recovered.
Computers reset. Cowboys just forgot how to be good at football.
That's when the simulation started.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I don't know.
That was the last year. Who knew?
I don't. Yeah, because you know what? Well, I don't know. I don't remember. I feel like before I hit double digits, life wasn't too bad. Like I was just like, in that sweet spot where you're still a kid, but you're kind of growing up a little bit, but you're not thinking analytically and shit like that. At least that's how it was for me. But then, because 10, 11, that's like when responsibilities started coming. So
mow that lawn, boy.
Pretty much. Yeah, that was exactly. Yeah, I didn't. My dad called me boy till I was like 13. So,
boy. Then he started calling you nigga.
No, he never called me that. I called him that a couple times, but yeah.
That's sick. You called your dad nigga?
Yeah, but that was when I was grown. It's just weird how that like switched. But anywho, I don't know how many of y'all watched Hard Knocks, so I'm not gonna spend too much time on it. I just wanted to.
That shit was bad.
I'll put it to you like this. Bad. It would be none of us if there were no Cowboys fans.
Yeah, out of the 4, it'd be 0.
I gotta say real quick. I just got y'all better watch out. Number 11. I'm learning names. Micah Parsons. That boy looked pretty good. Shout out CD Lamb.
Boys in the locker room. He's from Florida. That's Micah Parsons' thing. He likes to locker room. He's a bandit, is what they like to call him.
What they call him?
A bandit in the locker room.
Be that like, hey, just look up Micah Parsons' name.
How about do that? Just look up Micah Parsons and click news. You might have to type in Penn State, but you'll find what you're looking for.
I'm not. Nope. I ain't doing that.
Not him.
I just look in between the lines. That's all.
Yeah, man.
Oh, he was looking in between.
Hey, man.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
Micah Parsons is we can say he was recruited from people that were of the JS tree. We won't say his name. He doesn't deserve to have his name said on this pod. But JS of Penn State, good friend of Joe Pa.
Yeah, I was going to say Penn State.
Yeah, I mean that's where Micah Parsons went. He went to Penn State. And he's a bandit.
Oh God!
Well, I'll say okay. So I'll remove the shout out because it sounds like some non-consensual activity.
Under no circumstances he was accused of consent. He was named personally. I can't believe he went personally.
No, I've never.
It was a dude though, so no one cares. It's okay. It was a dude.
Yeah. Well.
But it was his teammate as well. So.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's who y'all got lining up.
That's who they got on the out. They've got Jalen Smith, who doesn't have a brain. They've got what's his name? Leighton Vander Esch, who doesn't have a neck. And now they've got Micah Parsons, who just can't take no. So he'll be biting on the play action for sure.
Oh no.
No, listen, I didn't draft him. I'd rather see him be the Lions. You guys
you wearing this shirt right now, Cash Fiend, so you gotta look in the mirror after that.
I didn't.
Let me say two things.
This is not I am not a representative of this team. I am
quite literally are representing the team.
You are quite
I'm
literally.
a victim. I have Stockholm syndrome.
Not a victim. Oh, okay. Brother.
It's called a narcotic. I literally cannot help it.
You can't kick the habit. You can't kick the habit of being disappointed, man. How many times you gonna let them boys hurt you, man?
I might just not like myself very much. Like that might be the root cause of why I remain with this team.
This is literally the transcript from when they had Micah Parsons in that office, and they're like, "Why won't you just leave this team?" He's like,
"I just can't. I have Stockholm syndrome, Cole."
Okay, so let me say 3 things real quick. 1, let me take away the shout out for Micah
Parsons.
2, Fleece Johnson. You guys remember Fleece Johnson? He had a really good
I mean,
This is not known to many people, but he was a standout strong safety for his high school team.
Are you fucking kidding me? Wait, was
you talking about the same Fleece Johnson?
Safety?
He was a 5-star prospect.
Nah,
played for the Hurricane. No.
I'm about to say you're lying.
Okay, he was a 5-star tight end.
Hey now.
Nah, he was hitting them over the middle, man. He was Cam Chancellor before.
All right.
Before.
All right.
Okay.
Come on. Bring it back.
Talk the linebacking core of the Cowboys. This is what happens. You brought them up.
Yeah.
Third thing. I ain't taking slander. I ain't taking slander from no Jets fan. I ain't taking slander from no fucking Lions fan either. So
listen, y'all out here.
It sounds like you guys need more criminals on your team. Okay,
God. I've been trying to recruit one. He plays in Texas.
Oh my God. What a fucking
I'll wear his ankle monitor for him. Like
Jesus Christ. Hey man, in between those hash marks, he's a hell of a quarterback.
Is that Kane writing a time stamp from
cut from here to here?
It's going to the DA.
He's about to redact the
okay, I'll clean it up though. In all seriousness, it's not my place to speak on it, but we're on a podcast, so I'm just gonna speak on it without like my opinion being asked. He has not been accused of anything that I think is irredeemable, in all seriousness. Now, he's been accused of some sick shit. I don't think he's been accused of anything where I'm like, that's where you got to throw dudes away. There's like, there's things with children. There's things like, he was like accused of being way more creepy than predatory, in my opinion. Like, it was more like, man, like, you
why your shit out?
This, if you really want this experience, like, what's it about this situation that gets you going?
That's what I think makes it sicker. Like,
it seems like a dude that like really needs help, not a dude that needs like to be like
arrested and thrown under the
somebody that needs like to therapy. Like something's wrong with you, but it doesn't seem like he's a monster.
He's not irredeemable. I get that.
It's still on the chopping block that he might be a monster, and when it's confirmed that he's a monster, I don't
monster.
Blue. But so far he's just been accused of being very weird and just very weird and creepy. Very creepy.
I see where you're coming from, but it is like a lot of women at this point.
Yeah.
Like it's like a lot of them.
I mean, at this point it could be from like 30 to like the number. It's more like until I hear that like if it's one person, like even if one out of the I don't know, it's dozens now said, nah man, he did that thing. Because I mean, there's SA, there's an umbrella of SA, and then so much falls under it, and it's like, man. What are the crimes that we view that like this person doesn't deserve to work again or does never deserve to be seen in the public eye and make money? And I mean,
which ones are redeemable and which
I
ones
think
are
there's murder, there's things with children, there's rape, and like he did something that's I don't even want to say borderline. It's just it falls under the sexual assault umbrella, and it's like again, it's not my place to decide.
Right.
I'm just on the sideline saying, if somebody had a friend that said that they did that, would I never speak to them again? It's a maybe. Would I
shame them? Of course.
Yeah. Oh, shame is it's immediate, but it's more like I don't think it's irredeemable. Like even if it was something where they're like whatever our society decides is punishment, like even if it was jail, like I don't think it's a life sentence worth of crime.
Right. I think that's fair.
Multiple dozens of creepy things. When there's smoke, there's fire at this point. But I think he's like somebody where it was like, man, I don't care what happens. I would never want him employed at my company. I don't think I'd ever want him alone with somebody I care about. But I don't know if I like
supervised, mister.
Right.
Because I mean, he happens to be employed in the public eye, but we're talking about does this dude deserve to work again? And I'm like, seems like it.
Yeah. No, I think it's more, and I mean, we've had but there's been worse faces of the franchise. I mean, look, Ben Roethlisberger is still cooking. You know what I'm saying?
Still cooking.
And so I think that's like where I'm thinking of like the possible irredeemableness is like in this time you want this dude
If he was even accused of what Ben was accused of, I wouldn't be saying I want him on the line. That's not there's no line for like a maybe. It's more like, man, we got until they find out what that is. There's no in between on that. There's no funnies. But for this one, it's more just like, man, I really hope there's something in between of it, like not being true or a misunderstanding. But I think we're dealing with a sick dude, not a monster. Two things can be true at once, but I feel like in this situation, it sounds much more like a sick dude than a monster. Like there never seemed like anything where he was like, "Give me that." It was more just like, no. Yeah. He's like, no. I don't know. I mean, what was the dude? They used to be famous when we were not born. Pee Wee Herman. Wasn't he like a creep, but not a monster? Like just doing a lot of creep shit.
He was, he was beating it in a. But then again,
that's like, man, you can't ever come back to this premises or 300 yards. But I don't know if he deserves life in prison. I don't know. He really fucked it up, man. Because I feel like the Lions have the best package for him. I really hate this dude.
My whole thing with Deshaun, the nasty man Watson. What did Julie say? Nasty man Watson.
Nasty man Watson.
Is what he's accused of, like, while it is creepy, I think there's an element of using like the power dynamic in the room to like coerce consent. And I think like while it does fall under that umbrella, that kind of like, I agree he's sick. Like I personally don't believe in jail as a way to fucking fix anything or punish anyone or
anything at all, but continue.
In like the world we operate in, the amount of people that have accused him of this thing, plus what, in my opinion, of like using coercion to like, like you use his status to like, he's like, but it's like you kind of like if a regular person did that, they would just get kicked out, right?
You gotta sit down somewhere for a little bit.
Yeah, I just think like. If there's if this goes beyond like a civil lawsuit, if like there are actual like real charges, like I don't think that's a short jail sentence.
No, you gotta say
right. Like, but I agree with you that like there's something that we have to do much better as society of like quote unquote punishing people for like crimes are real, sick people are real, but like we have to like figure out what it is that made them this sick. If it can be helped and like how you can help them, like you can never like make something like this right, but how can you make it as right as like you can? But I don't think necessarily what football should be something someone who has like that kind of sickness needs to be focusing on or worrying about.
Not for the short term for sure.
No, because that's a like football. Like being an NFL quarterback's an all the time thing. This is not like you're gonna have time to work on yourself during the season and like fixing things, right? Like it's just you get a vacation from consequences. But I mean, until this, like I'm an attorney. I hate the legal system. I think it's reactionary and dumb. And until like the legal system goes its course. I don't know, like either put him on the commissioner's list or like trade him and let him play football.
I don't even know about the funny, like a Deshaun Watson, a nasty man Watson joke, let us hear. But I feel like he brings us to like a bigger problem in society where it's like things are too yes or no, white or black, right or wrong. Like situations like this, and I'd say 99.999 things in life involve things called context and nuance. And I mean, bro, if I'm pretty unemployed. I'm a full-time student. I just like to go with the jobless thing. But if I was at work and got arrested, like after I bailed out or whatever, like my job does have the right to fire me, but it would be weird unless it was like some crazy charge to just get rid of me. Like no one gets canceled in real life. You only can like cancel someone who cares what you think. And like in this sense, like the NFL is just saying, doesn't really seem like people really care what's going on right now. So you can come to work. But like, that's all we're talking about is like, should this dude be allowed to come to work and should he be allowed to work? And it's like, it's like, it's got to the point where I'm like, hey man, I'm just the public. First of all, I don't know. Like anything I'm saying is based off of what I've been told. I was not there. My opinion doesn't matter. And only thing like you're giving your opinion for is just hoping to get a gotcha. Like I was right or I was right. Like that's the only thing you really like. What's the point of even giving what you think happened unless you're just trying to like get somebody on the back end saying, "See, I told you." Because without an "I told you so," who fucking cares what you think right now? Like whatever happened has happened, and whatever happens gonna come out one day. I mean, you guessing today isn't gonna change that. So it's like all I can sit here and say is, from what I heard, if you gave me the decision, I would say the dude can come to work, but it also seems like it's a situation where he wouldn't even be coming to work if they weren't going to fine him for not coming to work. And prior to this happening, he didn't really like this environment anyway.
Right.
So,
he's probably going to hold out anyway.
Yeah, it was like, he probably shouldn't be at work. So, like specifically to Deshaun, no, he probably shouldn't be at work. But
isn't he out there in practice, like doing some bullshit too? Like nothing, like not actually playing quarterback. Like,
no, they've got him on. He's like on the depth chart as the 4th string quarterback. It's a joke.
What are we even doing here at this point?
I don't know what we're doing here. But I will say this: I was in bed late night thinking last night, and I'll say Deshaun has benefited from this. Look. His prior.
What a wild sentence to say.
Yeah, that's why I was like, man, I didn't say that right. His prior has saved him.
Let me take this head.
No. He has not benefited from this in any way. I meant to say that his prior persona as like, man, just like the guy you want to date your daughter has like
super clean guy.
Aside from like the initial like onslaught, it's kind of been like people have just kind of let him cook in a way like. AB got kicked out of a training camp fight. They made it seem like he might have got arrested again yesterday. Like
really?
Sean Watson allowed to cook based off of just like, man, but we really heard he was a good guy. So like it doesn't seem like there's nothing like to throw on like, and he's also like late to practice or a locker room distraction. It's kind of just like, well, we don't know what to say because from what we thought he was a decent dude. So I feel like he's benefited where like there's nothing like on the back end. And he's like done it the way I always think people should do it is like, hey man, don't say anything. Like, why are you on Instagram right now? It's a tough look, man. You're making it very hard for the people representing you to represent you every time you speak on it.
Now.
This only will be used against you in court, you know. So, like they say it. They say this will only be used against you.
Everything is admissible in the court of law.
But I don't know, man. I feel like that's been like the only difference I've seen in like when people have gotten in trouble and canceled or just on the public. Court of public opinion chopping block is it seems that he's been given a bit of patience where this is like kind of just it's not a story anymore.
He's got a promising future. He's an upstanding young man.
People are more just like there's like less outrage and more disappointment, and you rarely see that with black dudes.
Exactly. He getting treated like a white guy right now.
Like the nerve of this guy to make this much money and still act or like be ungrateful. Like people were more upset about him demanding a trade than this charges.
Right. I think too the timing of it, because wasn't this late last year when like it all, or was it the beginning of this year? I just felt like there's so much stuff going on.
It was beginning of the summer.
Yeah,
it was beginning of the summer.
Beginning of the summer because they was talking about he was going to leave.
Okay.
No. It was like right after the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
it was like a trade. It was like the trade like demand was like kind of up and like people were saying, and then I think there was something that happened with the team, and it was like he's out of there. Can't remember what happened. It was like Shannon Sharp broke it though on like TV, like March, April-ish.
I thought that was Julio. He did that too.
No,
Julio called in. I'm thinking
like,
some other shit.
For a fact that he'll never play there again. Like he didn't do the phone call.
You right.
I know from a source he'll never play here again.
That's a fact.
Basically saying Deshaun told him he'd never play there again.
Basically, I got inside scoop that Deshaun will not suit up for the Texans.
But
yeah.
I mean, the timing. I thought about that, but I don't know. The world's a nasty place. You like to like throw those theories out that the Texans owner has enough pull in the city of Houston, mind you.
I heard a lot of that shit.
Like to like have some charges pulled up on the quarterback because he wants to leave. Like,
yeah, I remember.
I'll tell you who would have been locked up if he tried that. James Harden, if that was an option. Tell me.
Right. Moses Malone, godson, still spinning in his fucking grave right now.
Like Timmy Fertitta would have saw like what the gross pay was about to be as soon as he leaves. He'd be like, "We're gonna lose how much?"
Nah, this nigga killed 3 people. Fuck is you talking about?
Like, he's out of control. He's a monster. Just Blue Lives Matter hard. You got 2 options, man.
If an NFL owner wanted to like tank their quarterback's trade value, they could do it in much easier like much easier, less like fucking like what was that show that Olivia Pope was the main character on?
Scandal.
Yeah, the scandal ass fucking like setup that I'm supposed to believe that Bob McNair like hired like a bunch like
Ain't he supposed to be an idiot?
Billionaire.
He's supposed
Bob
to be an
McNair.
idiot.
The thing is though, he's an heir, right? Like he inherited his money.
No, Bob McNair's dead. It's his son.
It's his son, and so that guy's definitely an idiot. So like actually I take that back. It's like it's not the 0% that I thought it was, but it's not 0%.
It's not 0%. You never want to go zero, but it's like for me, it's just like if a dude was that headstrong and like under no circumstance am I trading Sean, he could also just be like, no. And that would be
serious. Like, and he on the contract still.
No. How about that?
Yeah. Then don't show up and pay me back the signing bonus.
He's like, well, why not? He's like, because I said so. He's like, well, I won't come to work. And he's like, well, I won't pay you. And that is just what's up with the charges. Like none of this is necessary. If anything, he's just losing more money. I'm sure like the Texans aren't benefiting from this because they're gonna lose a lot of games. They were with Deshaun. You see what's about to happen without Deshaun. Who's their quarterback? Tyrod Taylor?
Tyrod Taylor.
Tyrod one lung Taylor, my nigga.
I hope he gets a play. I hope like he's had some terrible luck and some terrible situations. I hope he gets a. I mean, he won't. Like this is a fucking disaster. But I wish for him to have had a good situation and a fun time.
At least once.
But it is not going to happen in Houston this year. That is going to be really difficult. Yeah.
It just doesn't work out so well. Like, Ryan Fitzpatrick gets his beard pulled, Tyrod Taylor gets stabbed. It's just like, because if I was Tyrod Taylor, the Chargers would definitely be named the Taylors. That shit was crazy.
That's a fact. Nigga punctured his lung, bro.
You what before the game?
Nigga said punctured his whole shit and then sent him on his way.
Punctured his lung trying to give him a shot to numb other pain. Like, nah.
Tyrod was like, was that my lung? Yeah, wait a minute. That was the fourth intercostal spit.
How big you think the needle was that punctured his lung, my nigga?
I think they just stabbed him with a pretty like tough organ. Like it's hard to get through that. Like
niggas just stabbed Tyrod. They just stabbed Tyrod.
Yeah,
it might have had to been multiple times actually. Like it was probably just supposed to, like.
What do you say when you accidentally puncture someone?
Dog.
Yeah.
Whoops.
You signed that release, right?
No shit.
Yeah, let me get a signature real quick.
I feel like
that before you came in, or
hear doctors say. I was with a pilot one time, and he was like, when I'm with my helo crew, he's like, 3 words you never want to hear a pilot say are, oh shit, hold on, and watch this. You just never
not watch this.
And I was like, no, that checks off. I don't want to hear any of those words from the person flying this thing. Watch this was the big one. Like, no, I don't want to see this.
Definitely not, my nigga.
What you say?
Something cool.
What?
But enough about Nasty Man Watson. I think we touched on. Unless you guys, that's how much I talk about Hard Knocks, man. I tanked it and talked about the Texans. But if you guys want to talk about the boys,
we don't. Honestly, I really don't feel like talking much more about football.
Thanks a lot.
Honestly, I'm good.
It is really funny, like when. So like I'm a Celtics fan, and when I watch the Celtics, like my wife always tells me like I look happy and enjoy myself, and like it's like wow, like good for like you lose a lot, like you don't get to where you want to go, but like I enjoy like rooting for these players. I like the players that are on the team. Yeah. I want them to do well. I'm glad they're all getting huge bags. Like shout out Robert Williams got one too today.
Congrats to the time.
Marcus Smart isn't good.
That's true.
Like
he's not.
I disagree with you and don't feel like I want to remain like cordial because it will get like that.
This isn't my time. This isn't my place.
This is not like I'm a guest here, and I don't want to.
I'm a guest.
You invited me here.
You invited me here.
I feel like
I don't want like you treated me very well up until this point.
I'm sorry I interrupted.
No, but like that, and then she says that when I watch the Cowboys, it's just like I look like I'm just miserable every single fucking second of it. And it's like in the brief times, like, oh, good things happen, and it's just like always more like relief than like actual like joy. It's just like, yes, they did it. Thank fucking God they did it. Like, oh, I can't believe that. Like, it's never like, wow, I'm happy that this happened.
I think it's because you're like, you have standards. I think it's why you look like that is because you have a standard for the Cowboys. Like you said, you grew up watching them win. Yeah. Celtics, what, they had like one title in like what, a decade?
It's been a while.
Exactly. So like,
Jason Tatum's still 19, so we're fine.
He's about get a little long in the tooth.
That extension doesn't kick in for 2 more years. I swear.
Yeah.
Or Jason Tatum and Devin Booker are not aging. Jason Tatum, Devin Booker, and Derek Favors aren't aging.
Derek Favors still 26.
Derek Favors ain't 30.
He damn sure ain't 30, bro.
No, Derek Favors is legit like 29 years old.
He's been 29 for about 2 years. That nigga lying on his birth certificate. Derek Favors is Dominican.
2K4.
I'm older than Derek Favors, and I feel like he's been in the NBA for as long as I've watched basketball.
Yeah.
Derek Favors' real name is Derek Favores. That nigga's Dominican, bro.
You can drop Derek Favors in any era of NBA basketball, and his numbers stay the same.
Exactly.
He's the same exact player.
15 and 6. You know, just solid Derek Favors numbers, man. He'd do it in Utah all over again if he could.
Yeah, I feel like I remember playing with him on like NBA Live 06. Like that was his rookie
Polygon hands
year. But you came in the league when you were 13, bro.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's crazy. But no, yeah, I actually wanted to change the subject a little bit. We went from Nasty Man, Deshaun Watson, to another nasty subject. Who was it? Pele. You said you wanted to talk about. You had some notes on Rachel Dole-Zal's OnlyFans.
Oh no!
Is that what?
Man, I mean,
that's a fucking sentence, man. Jesus Christ!
Now you know what's funny.
Potatoes. Let's get to the nitty gritty.
All right.
Oh, not the nitty gritty.
What? No, the reason she was.
That's her ad too. Her ad is nitty gritty.
Like that's before you get to anything. Like before you get to anything else is because she got the yams.
Does she?
Does she?
Man,
I don't. Yeah.
Yo,
I'm not typing that in.
Google it right now.
You look that up for us?
Got the yams.
You can tell by the way the top of her elbow kind of cuffed over a little bit.
She got the upper arm cuff.
It's coming in. It's coming in. I don't know if it was implanted or.
Hey, wait, you said Dole-Zal got the BBL?
No, those are the side effects of her melanin transplant.
Man, I mean that's the thing, man. I just like you just gotta call a spade, man. You could tell when she was about 25, man. You can just tell.
Yeah.
Niggas.
feel like
my nigga.
It's like the same thing with Hillary Clinton. Like you see some. It's not that she was ever beautiful.
With who?
No. Hold on. But I'm saying if you look at her earlier pictures, she don't look that bad. Like she don't look like.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
Okay.
I've never seen an earlier picture of Rachel Dole-Zal, but
Rachel Dole-Zal look like the type.
Okay, right now it's circa 1993. We've got our brother from Bangladesh with us. We all out here. We're wearing oversized jerseys, and Rachel Dole-Zal walks by at Freaknik. You telling me we not gonna see this thick white bitch and be like, damn, bro?
But I don't know if she's thick. I've only seen her from the neck up. I don't know if she's thick.
I refuse to do the primary research.
Yeah, come on.
Bite the bullet for us, Cash Fiend. Bite the bullet for us.
I thought that's what Pele was here to do. I thought he was relaying to us his primary research on the matter.
No, her OnlyFans hasn't dropped yet, and I saw that there would be feet pics. I'm personally not a feet guy, but
is that real though? Like, is that really her?
Yeah, that's
like,
her,
that's
man.
Really her? You lying,
she said
bro.
she's ready to show just how strongly she supports the Black community. You know, with her
through sex work.
Like,
through feed pics? I don't understand. Like,
is that what? Oh, I didn't actually look at it. You looked at it, Cash Fiend, his feet pics?
No, that's what Pele said. That's what I heard from him.
We just niggas, passing the buck here, like
niggas playing telephone. Everybody in this chat.
This is recorded.
I support sex work. As like
100%.
Like, as I'm a supporter, I don't do it with my wallet. Like I go on Reddit and steal that.
Pele not a real beater. He don't pay for it.
I didn't say I don't pay for it. I say I watch the links. I mean, the leak. You ain't never listened to the leak of an album and then streamed it too?
Pele gonna invent the lime wire for sex work.
That's called the Trojan horse virus. Whatever happened to the Trojan horse virus? Is it just out the paint?
Computers got better, I would assume.
We already talked about this like 2 episodes ago. Yeah.
I remember getting it, and it must have been very XXX related.
Oh yeah.
Pele wake up every night like Dwayne Wade in that Gatorade commercial, just Trojan horse.
Maybe that's why I never wore condoms.
Huh?
What, nigga?
I don't know. But like I was saying, Rachel Dole-Zal.
Like I was saying, Rachel Dole-Zal.
Right. There better not be no condoms.
Her OnlyFans gets hot and heavy. When she releases some content, I'll be there.
I'm sure it'll hit the timeline. That's not. I don't feel like that's one of those things you have to look for. You know what I'm saying?
That's gonna be trending, bro.
The timeline, and then I hadn't tweeted for like 30, 45 minutes. You're just like,
let me check on Pele.
He said, brothers, I got something to tell y'all. You niggas not gonna believe this shit.
Yep.
No, you wouldn't though.
I was gonna say it was funny that like within 24 hours of her saying that she was gonna sign up, that OnlyFans was like no more nudity.
Damn.
No more nudity.
No.
No timeline. It was literally the next day.
No thanks. We're all set.
We've made enough money. We're trying to
We're trying to be family friendly.
Yeah. He said no thanks. We're all set.
We're body positive. We're body positive on the Splash Brothers lunch.
Yeah.
You ever
we're
have
not
like
body
those thoughts
shaming.
that you know something like in the back of your mind? So like I'm always fully aware that like the world generally hates women. Like it's pretty
very much so.
Yeah. Right. And then like the OnlyFans things happened, and I was like, oh yeah, you niggas hate women, bro. What is this? Like,
I've never seen so many hating ass niggas in my life.
Like it would be like if you're like the local drug dealer shop just got shut down, and like, yeah, man, the narcs got him. And people were just like, huzzah!
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
These niggas gonna stay poor.
Time to get a real job, said the guy that scammed the PPP loan. Like, what's happening?
Yo, y'all bitches gotta go to work now.
I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. Like, I was a bit happy about it, but for clearly different reasons, I was just like, nah, they can go back to selling pussy. Can we bring Backpage back?
That's a fact. That's a fact.
No, I mean, listen, Backpage went down under Trump's law, and I was like, okay, he's not my guy. Everything else, I was kind of indifferent towards, but once Backpage went away, I was like, no,
you've made an enemy out of me, Donald J. Trump.
I could have been his African American over there. At his
this nigga's wailing.
Instead,
took away Backpage, and I said nothing.
My mental health ain't been
they
the same.
took away OnlyFans, and I said nothing.
That's just my thoughts on like, cause like OnlyFans is like, it was cool, like, cause I don't know. Like, I just scrolled through the internet. The internet's really fucked me up. I've also quit porn, by the way. I'm 48 hours clean. And it's just because.
Congrats.
Thank you. Longest time since, like, I don't know, man.
We don't have to get into that.
I honestly feel like porn isn't good for you. And it's like, I think porn's fucking us up.
Yeah, very much so. Like, hey, nigga.
Shit, don't give me no us. I ain't.
No, okay, not us. I don't mean the 4 people in this Zoom. I just mean like as generally, I'm speaking generally as people. Like, I think porn's fucking us up, like warping our view of like what sex is,
absolutely,
how people are to be viewed. Like, I find myself like scrolling through things, and I'm like, I looked for titties just now, and like that wasn't even that type of pic. Like, it's just not even on some like overly horny shit. It's just like scrolling through Twitter has like made me believe like 8 times out of 10 this is gonna be some just ridiculous
nasty shit.
Yeah.
I don't think it should be that way. Like, I kind of had to take a step back, but
yeah, man,
it works out because if OnlyFans is going away, I can go back to just paying for the real thing.
There you go. Bring back.
What's
win-win?
Yeah. What's the GFE going rate, Pele? Hypothetically speaking.
Yeah.
GFE.
120 an hour.
Oh my God.
120 out. Price is going up. Okay.
Brick going up, nigga. Like, hey, you're
What's
getting
a more
the
recession-proof business, sex work or drug dealing?
Say one more time.
What's a more recession-proof business, sex work or drug dealing?
Sex work.
Sex work. Yeah, for
sex
sure.
Work.
Yeah.
It doesn't have as many cons as drug dealing does.
Yeah, you see.
There's also no like supply chain issues.
Did you say it doesn't have as many cons as drug dealing?
Yeah, you can't really die fast from it.
You can die fast from it.
Yeah.
You can die pretty fast.
You can die on your first day at the job.
You can die before.
I think that's more circumstantial though.
Everything's circumstantial. No, but I say sex work for sure because there's always, it's not hard to like turn on the TV and see advertisements like AA. Or I was a recover. I used to do heroin and all this shit. There's always all this outreach to try to get. To try to get addicts off the street. There's not like that same push for sex addicts. Like people don't even take it seriously. So that's one. 2, yeah, you always got it on you. You don't have to wait. For if
niggas can't re-up on pussy.
No, you can't.
Right.
Did I tell you guys when I was in Bahrain, they like blocked porn sites?
That's
Bahrain.
Tough.
Bro, they don't like. It was either Bahrain or Chennai, India. Maybe both. But I'm pretty sure in the UAE they block porn, bro.
That's what they do. That's what I wanted to bring up as a counterpoint to that, because for example, I'm glad you brought up India and stuff like that. How they're very strict and they're very conservative on like stuff of like including like vulgar content.
I don't know if it was India or Bahrain, so just to be sure, it may have
just to clarify. But our Southern Pacific brothers and sisters, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So like, I've always and you always hear about like violent sex crimes and how women are very oppressed in India, to a point where it's like I often remember this video it's in India, and I think it's for like some video where a woman is giving a speech about how they need to normalize, like make sex like act like a common conversation, don't make it so taboo that people grow up and they don't know how to conduct themselves when they're next to a girl.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like if we go completely away from it, you become so deprived of it that you smell a girl and automatically you rocked up. You know what I'm saying? You want to do unspeakable things. So it's like there has to be. I think that the true solution to the problem is moderation. You know what I'm saying? A sex starved person is just as bad as a sex filled person, if that's a word, for lack of a better term.
Yeah, I guess it's all circumstantial. I would say it's more before we got to moderation, we would need to start finding like who's accountable. And I would say I'm holding people's parents accountable, man. Like you need to have honest conversations with your kids, because the over-sexualization like of this generation is like the stigma of like keeping it a secret, like watching porn behind your parents' back until then you're like having sex. When there should just be like an easy transition into like, hey man, this is what's gonna happen. I prefer you don't become a monster about this thing.
Honestly.
Well, it's a way like that whole the restrictive ideals like culture, that's just like like a really easy way to parent, right? Like it doesn't require any nuance, doesn't require any thinking. It's just no.
Right.
You know, like no. Yeah, no, and there's God said so. Shut the fuck up. You know, like no.
You're gonna die.
It absolves them of having to have like those deep heart, like I mean, it's part of like them being conditioned by like the parents even being conditioned by society to like think it's weird to talk to your kids about shit like that.
Yeah, parents think it's weird to talk to each other about it. You know, you hear all the. Oh, give me 1 second.
You think I have a question while he was on that. What do you guys think is I think we touched on this earlier, and it was about I think remember we spoke about life expectancy, Balin, like modern medicine changing life expectancy. Well, I was wondering, like, so do you think that's changed the way people view sex, like the way so what would have been a 16-year-old possibly starting his family and what like I'd say like the 1600s, like far away from his parents, like just ignoring the thought of talk of sex with him is now like somebody who's like maybe 4 or 5 years removed from like moving out their house. Do you think that's for better or worse? Like the 16-year-old that was gonna die at 40 with his kids that he had at 25, or the 22-year-old that hasn't moved out and watched a lot of porn and it's very mentally not okay, because I mean sex is part of like what this animal is supposed to do. We're craving to reproduce. So if you're going like 25 years without it, and like you're also very aware that it's out there, that's gonna fuck with you. Your body's
definitely will
do this thing, and you can't. So I don't know. Do you want 40-year-old dead with 3 kids, grandchild on the way, or 25-year-old who
scum like nasty nigga?
We don't think he should be able to buy a gun just yet until he gets some testosterone.
That's
an understated part about that do mass shootings. Like, I think it's an understated part about it, like that. I don't know why people ignore it. Where it's like, man, I think a lot of these dudes want sex, like and feel ignored by society.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a lot of there's a lot of crossover with like the incel like community that you see, like a lot of like shared ideologies. That
I learned that word last year. I'd always heard it and had no idea what that meant. I thought it's just incel is kind of a cool word for involuntary.
It sounds like a transformer part, right? Like it's
always sounded to me like a double agent, like the Russians have said. I always thought it was like I didn't think it was cool per se, but I didn't think it meant what it meant, and it just sounds way too cool for somebody who just can't get pussy.
That's a fact.
Refuses to accept their like that they need to change stuff about like how they view the world in order to put themselves.
There's a definition.
I mean, no, that's my definition. That's not like how I like tend to look at these people. It's just like it's not that they can't. It's that they are putting up barriers themselves that prevent them from being seen as like attractive to other people. It's like the stuff they're doing. It's not like like they're wild.
Yeah, for lack of a better term, these niggas is crazy, bro. Yeah. Niggas is blaming women for the fact that they can't get pussy, like, and women's standards be like respectfully, women's standards be low as is.
Low as, but
like women, like sometimes women will genuinely
men don't
like,
men
have no standards. You feel me? I can attest to that. But for the simple fact that like women are lowering their standards. There's a constant like we always
their circumstances, bro.
For sure.
Everybody's standards are their circumstances. I see.
Sure.
Like you ever like I've heard stories of people that went over to Australia and they're just like, bro, you wouldn't believe like were you there when I spoke to the dude in the Discord who said like Iggy Azalea is like a 6 or a 7?
Iggy Azalea is like a 6 or a 7 or who?
Yeah, man, like these things like thick white women like that are like pretty in the face. They're like that's the demographic there. Like that's what they got.
Really?
Yeah, no, Australia's like and it's fire over there. But it's just like so it's like your circumstances like dictate what you believe like you are and what like the 1 through 10s are around you. Like you'll be out there somewhere in some country ass part of America where like some dude just happened to have sex with some white women and now you got some bad light skins in the city full of white. You're like, whoa, where'd this come from? I was playing basketball in Kentucky and just often would look in the crowd of white faces and be like, whoa, what's happening here? Just some white women. Makes sense. But I don't know. So I just feel like if I was in if I was like somewhere where like there were no other black people, maybe I would go from like the 4 or 5 that I am to maybe a 6, just because like nobody's seen something like this. Or like if my brother is it Ashton?
It's Ash Fiend, but I go by Cash Fiend.
Yeah.
Cash Fiend?
Yeah.
I feel it. If my brother Cash Fiend was in Detroit, you know, maybe he would probably have to escape the city just because there's too much available for him. It's all about where you are. It's all about where
That's a fact. Yep. That's a fact. But the point I was trying to make is I feel like women are more sexually liberated than they have been ever. Like women are actually like creating their own sexual identity. Women are embracing their carnal pleasures. Like there's women out here like that are hornier than dudes at some point. So like you feel me? Like asking for deviant shit. You know what I'm saying? So like I can't like you can't tell me women's out here literally like yo like don't care about nothing like and you over here being involuntarily celibate and blaming women for not giving you pussy. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it just doesn't like it's like niggas is shooting themselves in their own foot, blaming women for the fact. Like that's the shit that bugs me out.
Well, you know, too, like some people, because someone had made this point before that it's not that all incels can't get a woman, but it's the one that they want or what they feel they deserve. You know, like that's why they're like, you know, they're mad at fucking
incels. My first time here, I believe. We like touched on it a little bit.
Oh, right.
There was a such thing as a woman incel, and I was
incel.
Yeah, it would. Yeah,
it's very voluntary if she's celibate at this point.
Yeah,
right.
I would honestly understand that concept more. Right, I could
like be out here wilding, like
people are wilding, like they. I could get that, right? But like, dude, just being like, why don't women like me? And meanwhile, there's like chasing this unrealistic standard, and there's like not showering, right? It's like, and they're being emboldened by all these celebrities who are just willingly telling us, like, who's asking all these white people if they shower or not?
Bro, I have no idea. Like, what? How is that even a question? Even if these were interviews, how did this come up? Like, that's
I don't shower.
What kind of interview is this? Like, we're talking about a movie, and you ask me about showering?
I think it was just volunteering it. I think it's like that. I wish I had the transcript ahead of me when like that Donald Sterling transcript where he's talking about, oh, you know, some girls they like to rub my feet and all this, and it's like, nigga, I asked you what your name was.
Sorry, this is a deposition.
That's probably one of the funniest screenshots on the internet.
But yeah, like the question was, what is your address? He's like, oh.
Sometimes I let the girls rub on them.
Have you seen that shit, Baylor?
No.
Oh, that shit.
Oh my god, it's the funniest thing. Oh my god.
He's just going on, and the person just like restates the question, like, "Is this your name right here on the paper, sir?"
No.
I've been in depositions like that where it's just like you can see like their attorney just like head in their hands. They're just like, Jesus, please shut the fuck up. Like that was not any part of the question.
Yeah. Okay. And so further thing. Go.
Oh yeah, and one other thing that I did willingly that I'm saying here on the record.
Right.
It's not like I shot them niggas or nothing.
Hey man.
Again.
Yeah, we fucking Bobby Smurden just got out. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, so for the audience that don't know what I'm talking about, this is Donald Sterling. Okay, so this is him talking.
You got the recording?
Yeah, no, not the recording. I got the transcript. Okay, this is Donald Sterling talking to
Magic Johnson's got AIDS.
Big Magic Johnson. What is he doing? Anyway, okay.
He's done for the
this
black
is before then, I think. Yeah. All right, so Donald Sterling says, well, I fool around sometimes. I do. When a girl seduces me and tells me all of these hot stories, you know what? I don't know if I want to read this. But basically, fuck it. And tells me how she wants to suck on me and takes my shoes off and licks my feet and touches me. Now, I want everyone who's listening to this, picture Donald Sterling. The first picture you have Donald Sterling in your mind while I read this. I imagine him rubbing mayonnaise on his chest when I'm in a limousine She takes off all of her clothes. The limo driver said, "Hey, what's going on?" And she starts sucking.
Yo, what is this nigga talking about?
Wait a minute. He said, "Okay." Then she starts sucking on me on the way to Mr. Coon's house. Mr. Coon's house, and I thank her. I thank her for making me feel so good. Now the lawyer says, "Sir, the question was, is this your handwriting?"
That nigga ran a basketball team for like 30 years.
Donald said, "I got a story to tell."
Jesus fucking
He's
Christ.
like, I'm telling this story. I do not care. He's been thinking about that all morning before this deposition.
Oh my God.
You gotta understand, because it was that morning before the deposition. Like, you didn't ask me about my morning? Like, you think Donald Sterling remembers that from 10 days ago? No, that was today on the way there.
So then I came into the room. Let me finish. Jesus fucking
Donald
Christ.
Sterling.
Wild boy.
He's telling a story like that. The old black dude in the blue hat. And another thing, she sucked my toes.
I ain't lying.
I just want you guys to know, whenever you're feeling a little bad about something horrible you've done, just remember, great things happen to horrible people. Donald Sterling got to run an NBA team.
Yep.
For longer than I've been alive.
Isn't he still alive?
Yes.
And then when everyone found out how horrible he was, he made like $3 billion and just like went away.
Like, fine, I'll take you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got me.
It was like a 3,000% increase on what he paid for that dog shit franchise. Like,
Yeah. He snatched the money though. He's like, fine. Well, I never.
I know when I'm not wanted.
I mean, it was also known that he was a terrible racist before like that shit came out. Right. Like, he was fucking people over on housing shit. Like, he was.
Oh yeah, he made his money the worst way possible.
Yeah.
Like modern possible.
Yeah.
He was like, he's your modern day redliner. Like, he is the redlining. It's a bad guy. Right. But
him and Donald Trump's dad are in like neck and neck in like league leaders in fines and like judgments paid out for civil rights, like housing cases.
He's leading the league in discrimination.
Like, in the advanced metrics, they're like unreal discriminators.
Have you seen his per 36?
Madness. Absolutely.
Replacement. You got to see it in urban areas. You've never
Simply outrageous.
Big black families and not replace them. He just doesn't want them there. This is racism. You've never seen. He lost niggas out the neighborhood. Yeah, man. They
oh my God.
What were we talking about before we were talking about
it's white people not showering.
I was about to say, it sounded like we went from sex work. It started with the OnlyFans talk, I think.
Yeah, man. This has been crazy. We went from fucking the prison industrial complex to legalizing sex work, and
he touched on that real
Donald
briefly.
Sterling.
I'm sorry to cut you up, but I'll lose this thought. Do you guys think prison should be a thing?
No, not as it's not as currently constructed. It's not doing nothing.
Absolutely.
No, I think you're close, but no cigar, bro. I don't think it should be like. I think if we as a society decide that we have these rules that if you break them, you are no longer allowed to play ball, then we should be allowed to send you away from said society. But there needs to be somewhere where you can go live the rest of your natural born life. But we are not God because we don't think you play by our rules. Like, honestly, like, if Balaam killed me, I don't think that means that he should be able to be locked up in the rest of his life. Like, he's not a caged animal. Like, that's not
that
like,
person, depending on who you ask, but
play God and say, or like 12 people get to play God. But I don't know, man. I think I've always heard, and I've never Googled it. I'm going to once we get off. I was told Australia was what like the Brits did with people that were delinquents, basically. Like, they sent them away.
Yeah, basically.
I was like, No, man, that's fire, bro. Like, all right, you don't play by our rules, but I'm not God. I'm not gonna kill you or cage you. You've got to go and just drop you off. But like,
you can't stay in
this
society.
Like, 4 walls in a cage, and then like how cruel prison is on top of that, and expensive. It's like,
okay, but counterpoint. Weren't the first settlers to United States weren't they like fucking criminals that got sent?
Yeah, they got exiled too. I think they exiled that they were fleeting prosecution.
We was kings. You remember? We was kings. I don't know.
We was chilling.
We weren't. Yeah,
I don't know what they was doing. We was chilling, brother.
No, I'm saying we weren't settlers. We were settled. That's different.
So I mean, I don't know. How do you guys feel about that? Like, if I mean, because prison's not going anywhere. But if somebody was like, all right, what's better? What do you think the idea would be to do with people that do terrible things that they just can't be allowed to be around? Our mothers.
I'm with you on the whole shipping niggas out.
You gotta go.
You can't stay here, bro. You get one strike at this being a citizenship.
I think
you fuck it up and you gotta bounce. You gotta live in Mad Max. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, send them to Jersey. No, but I was thinking. No, but I was thinking like I guess it depends too on like what they did because like some things I do believe some things can be rehabilitated. You know what I'm saying? Like
for sure.
Pretty sure Cashman can like speak on this. I don't know what kind of lawyer you are, but just a lot of
niggas. I'm a divorce lawyer.
Works directly with Donald Trump Sr. He forecloses on black people's homes.
Yeah, that's what I just told you. No, I actually do. I do cannabis licensing and permitting, data privacy, and renewable energy.
Bro, what are you doing in Boston? Come out to California, make some real money.
It's the Wild West out here. Like it's only been legal for like I want to say like 5 years, and like the law firm I work for, we've set up like 20 of these things now. Like getting the license is hard.
That's how rich you are, man. Just keep telling me.
I am not rich. I do not make the money from that.
Cash.
That's why I'm a fiend, because I like literally don't have any. Like I'm feeding for it.
You got that itchy scratch, man.
Like, please, I'm begging you. My law firm is actually known in the Boston area for like ritually underpaying its associates.
Okay.
Like I remember going into my like negotiation and being like I had like my research packet. It was like, oh, what are the average salaries? He was like, oh, I see you have that. It does not matter. Like this is what we pay. And I was just like, it's yeah, I was like, it's a pandemic. I would like some job security. Like, we'll deal with it. But what was the question about?
Well, just
the jail.
Most, like a lot of these,
what would be your alternative to jail?
No, that wasn't.
My alternative to jail would be stop focusing so goddamn much on the consequences and what can we do to stop this shit from happening to begin with.
Right.
And it's 100% not policing. It's not like fear. It's never been fear. It's just not how you're going to get people to comply with shit. You need to. If like a vast majority of the people in society are living check to check, shit's gonna like happen. Shit's gonna like people are desperate and we have to fix those conditions, and until we fix those, you're just putting a band-aid on like the fucking Grand Canyon, right? Like it's just not doing anything. And if we don't focus on how to take care of people beforehand, when we have all the like resources possible to do that, I don't think it really matters what you do on the back end of it.
Right.
Because you've not given people a chance at all. Like if you give everyone a chance to like not have to be desperate, that's where crime comes from. That's where like bad shit happens from. People develop and like have their like mental illnesses triggered from like environmental fucking stimuli, like from the environment around them. So until we take care of that, like why are we like prison is fucking inhumane and stupid. Like you need to like focus on helping people and like getting like throwing someone who did something bad and throwing them in prison for the rest of their lives is not going to make them feel bad about what they did. You know, like they'll just get angrier and angrier, and like it's like, and with the understanding that it's just a way for people to make money. Like that's what prisons are in America. It's like, the bottom line is it's not a punishment. It's a way for people to make money off cheap labor. It's built into the fucking Constitution.
Yep.
Like that's the wildest thing.
Mm-hmm.
So until there's just like a lot of root stuff you have to deal with, but in the meantime, like you just have to keep fighting to make what is like take care of people who are in prison, help people who are there wrongly to get out. Like those are the things we can focus on now and like put pressure on people to like give a shit about them.
Right.
Those people
talk to these niggas.
They will not give a shit about them.
What did you say, Pele?
They will. The number one thing is that they will not. They absolutely will not give a shit about them.
No,
which is why we've been able to get like they've been able to get away with this shit for so long.
That just feels like the same solution that most problems in society, where it's like we kind of all are aware that this is a problem.
Yeah.
And we all agree this is a problem, but we just keep trucking along like it's like, well, nobody else can do anything, so neither can I. Like the police are the problem, and it just seems like we're all aware about it, and like we're just like, well, you know, it's like no, they are a problem,
right?
And I see no change because it just seems to be like we have to. Like I'm not about to just overthrow the police and
not just me, yeah. Right. I think
the gang with me,
like,
goddammit.
Yeah, what Cashman was saying, like, you know, if you're so focused on if you're living paycheck to paycheck, I don't know if it was him, but if you're living paycheck to paycheck, you're just focused on trying to get these bills paid, you know, you're not giving as much time and attention to everything else. Like you're spending so much energy just trying to keep the lights on that, like you said, you know, all these issues that we all talk about and want to fix, it's harder to do it just because you don't have the time or the energy, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm just trying to, you know, So
I think I don't know that's probably, and I don't know, Balin, if you wanted to get on what you think your solution to prison is.
Oh no, I agree with you. I was just like, yo, you got to shut niggas out. You can't be a part of society if you're not willing to cooperate with some form of like normal decency. But I
do like that as a short-term solution, though. I gotta say,
like until we figure the long-term stuff out, hey, my man, you had a chance at being a person. You wanted to take the pussy. Enjoy Babylon. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta go. What happens there is not my business. You are an animal with instincts. You can swim. You can run.
You can run. Learn
how to hunt. Yeah.
Like I feel like prisons should be for like disabled criminals, where it's like we have to take care of dudes that can't protect themselves on Babylon. Where it's like, no, you're taking advantage of. You've got to stay here. I'm sorry, you did this. We didn't say you to do this. You don't have legs. Who told you to do this without legs? Like look. That's where tax dollars go for prisoners without legs. But like the dudes that are like fully functional, nah, man, to Australia, bro. Right.
I'm sending niggas to Montana.
Do this without legs.
You got bigger problems and you wanted to kill somebody. You got bigger problems. You have no legs.
You know what they do to you in Australia, bro?
I was going to say, you know what they're going to do to you, bro?
Hey, you should have to go over by boat ride. It shouldn't be a plane. It should be a boat.
Right.
Uncomfortable. They should shoot you out of a rocket.
All right, not just like okay. You made to get it. Unless they shoot you out of a rocket that lands very comfortably, it's just terrifying.
You get shot. It's softest shit you can land on, and then it's just straight up. Fuck it. Nah, you get dropped off like Fortnite in a bus. You got to fucking skydive down. Yeah, dead serious.
Okay, but would you have like every couple of years, like you come in and evaluate them and like see if they can come back? Okay.
No, because the thing is, like what Cash being said, a lot of these things, man, we're not looking to punish, we're looking to correct. If you get sent off, bro, there's not really anything to do. You did something where I removed you from society. Everything else, I'm looking to rehabilitate. If you steal, I'm trying to figure out like, well, are you stealing?
Why are you stealing?
Fucking food.
Right. Yeah.
Like these things can be fixed. Like if you get into fights, man, like is this something that happened coming up? What's triggering you?
Yeah.
But
do you want to be an MMA fighter? You know.
What's up?
No, I was like, yeah. Do you need us to put you in MMA? You know,
yeah. I mean, like I just feel like that if it's a more solution based system, then we don't have to worry about like, well, what if I have to go reevaluate to go get John back? No, John got sent away because there was no point ever. There was nothing to discuss. He got sent away to go live his natural born life away from people we need to protect.
Gotcha.
But I mean, I would hope this would be like a thing where we did it to like one person every 10 years as well. We're just so like used to like the amount of people locked up. Like it's not a thing where I'm thinking we're sending a boatload of people over. It's like, man, we just executed from society our first person in over 25 years, bro. I can't believe it happened again. It's not something I'm thinking about like, do I go to reevaluate, man? I don't even want to think about people that do stuff like that because it would be so solution based and less like we're what's the word? So not solution based, but I'm just go punishment based because it doesn't make sense. You create
it's less reactionary.
Like, if you do this reevaluate thing, you just create a prison again where dudes go there, figure out what it takes to survive there, and if they can come back, like you don't want that, man. You want it to be a situation where like this is like the one of one thing. Like you what you did to do here was like, man, you knew what you were doing.
You knew this existed.
Yeah,
I got you. You know what? You just reminded me of that's how they were doing things in The Dark Knight Rises when Bane took over the city. Except he was actually killing because they were exiled, but they had to walk on that ice. So I don't know. Just
all right. So he was talking about he had touched on, I think it was around like just like the financial thing and what leads people to do crime. I would say, and this is like a bit off topic, but it's just a thought. I'd say one of the biggest tragedies of our existence is like we spend so much time, not even so much time. There are people that like live and die just like surviving and very rarely living. Like if like all four of us right now was like, man, I could really, really go for some croissants and it would just be like France. And if money weren't a thing, if it was just like, no, we're just living, bro. We're going to France because it's available. Yeah. But you spend a long time like surviving to like eventually hope that you have some time left to actually live based off of how hard you worked while surviving. And it's pretty fucking tragic, man. Like I hate that. Like unless I mean, I plan on making it easier, like for my hypothetical legacy to just enjoy life instead of surviving. That's what the plan is, that like you do this slaving so like the people that come after you with your name don't have to. And it's just like you hope that they can live because right now, I mean, I don't know if anybody, if you're working, I would say you're not living. Like even if you're working, doing something you want, it should be closer to just like, this is what like my passion became. But I don't think anybody in this Zoom, not to speak for anybody, is living fully. Cash fiend is a fiend.
I mean, I'm very very fortunate. Like
100% could be worse, by the way.
Honestly, like I got married during the pandemic. I got like it's just like they appreciate it. It's just like every single possible thing that could have gone right for me to get to this point has gone right. So it's just like until that like chain of luck stops like happening, like I'm just gonna be thankful for it like every single day. Like it's just I'm not like I'm working, like we're like both working really hard. Don't have a lot of time to like, you know, like live, but like the time you do get is pretty awesome, pretty incredible, and it's like why you work that hard, right? Like but it's like you were saying, it's like fucking tragic that like we have to work this hard to like have a moderately like comfortable like life. And the thing is like this is all I've ever like honestly have ever asked for. Didn't have a lot, like weren't like money havers growing up, like and this is like dreams come true, man. Like it's just
pretty sick.
Like not decent apartment and a good in like the one diverse part of Boston, like the one
diverse part where they put all you people.
Oh my God.
I'm serious.
No, it's like, so there's like other neighborhoods that are
us people.
Like that are more like homogenous, right? Like this one has like it's like the one part of Boston that I like can say is like actually truly diverse. Because like when I go to work and I see like a person of color, I'm just like, Yo,
Hey.
what's up? You're here too? You're like, what's up?
You want to get lunch or
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like it really is like, and with all of that, like, you know, I feel really guilty that like if I work a little bit harder, maybe I'll have like more to like help people with. And like we still like do our best with that, but it's just like a constant thing. Like I'm like focused every single day on like I gotta like keep this good job, like keep everything coming, and like when do I get a chance to like enjoy this good job and like live like you were saying, like we don't like, especially in this specific country, it's just all like go.
I don't know. I mean,
all go all the time.
I don't feel like even being. I know we're probably gonna move on soon, but just like if somebody was to ask me, what would you do like forever if you could? I'd probably be like, I'd probably just wake up on the beach with a joint, stare. Like, and that would be like if like that would be like without having to worry about like where my next meal would come from or warmth if I needed. Just like if I got to do what I wanted to every day, I'd probably spend the next decade or so on the beach just staring, listening to the water.
Yeah.
And I mean, I feel like that's a lot of people's answer. Like nobody dreams and wants to be a lawyer or fireman. It's like you're like, how do you want to survive when you grow up? Is the question you really been asked. When it's like, no, if you could live, what would you do every day? And I'd be like,
yeah,
all right, kick back.
Yeah.
They ask you what do you want to do when you grow up, and it's like I want to be a professional chiller. Like I want
right.
Like what you were saying, like on a beach.
Yeah.
Like I want to do that on a like my thing is mountains. Like I want to do that on a fucking mountain. I love like that. Like it's just like topography, dog. Like that shit's awesome.
Topography, yeah.
But that's what I would do.
Rock,
just like wake up like Thanos, like
yeah,
look over these fucking like mountains, like beautiful landscape, and just, like, I would ideally be on a mountain near a lake as well that I could like look at, so we could have like the water element too. Just like all day for. I could do that forever. I could do that forever.
You guys ever road trip the country?
Yeah. It wasn't a road trip, but yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, I've done the Washington to Tennessee back and forth a couple times, which I feel like is going through the center. I mean, New York.
Oh, wow. Okay.
For me, anyway. But I feel like one of the most beautiful sights I've ever seen outside of the state of Montana is it's cold outside, it's snowy, and you're driving through Colorado, and to your left is the Air Force Academy football field. It's just like I think there's a mountain backdrop either behind it or to the right, like the Rocky Mountains probably, and it's just like. It actually looks just like you're like coming into an NCAA. It's circa 2006. It's Brett Musburger, and you're about to play NCAA football 06. And they're like, you're just like
this thing.
Like that's some stuff that you would make like the background of
That's
your
why you
laptop.
had to bring back that nostalgia, my guy. Come on.
Yeah.
That's very poetic.
Yes.
That's very poetic.
Mm-hmm.
The most beautiful place in America I've been was when I was in San Francisco recently. We drove down the PCH, the Pacific Coast Highway. It's just like right on the water. We stopped at there's a Taco Bell in Half Moon Bay on the water. Taco Bell Cantina. That is the most like when I tell you it's like on the water, like the nicest Taco Bell you've ever been in. It's just like that part, like that blew my like the whole highway, like driving down it and up it. We went to a beach that has purple sand.
Really?
Yeah, Pfeiffer Beach.
Would you look at? Well, ain't that something?
They had purple sand. It was.
Was it like advertised or you just found it?
So my sister lives in San Francisco, and she had went a couple weeks ago with her friends, and she was like, "Oh, we're about to do this." And we went.
Yeah.
Got a road trip coming. I might but what were we getting into next?
So,
what you had?
Yeah, man, we can whatever y'all want. I have a few more topics.
How'd you spell Pfeiffer Beach? F-I-F-E-R?
Yeah, I did say
P-F-I. There's a P in there, like Pfeiffer.
Actually, we're good.
That purple sand beach.
Yeah. No, I made the same note. We on the same time, Pele. My girl love purple. Anyways, let me see. Yeah, let me see. Where could we go next? Okay, you know what? Because who brought up Thanos? Either way, there you go, Fiend. What if? Was everyone able to watch? Have you guys watched any of What If, or you caught up? I'm not gonna ruin anything. All I will say
I
is,
think it's interesting. It's a
are
very
you
interesting premise.
are you caught up? Have you watched any of it?
I seen the first one.
Okay. Well, yeah.
Is this
If you like the
television
first
or
one, you'll like.
Marvel?
Say again.
Is this a Marvel show?
Yep. It's
Yeah.
animated. And then you said, what is it about?
Oh, you said this is animated?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I think I saw a screen cap on Twitter about it. Then I
Okay.
didn't know if that was new or not. That's so they brought like a okay. Is it?
Yep.
What's it streaming on?
Disney Plus.
At Disney Plus.
Yep.
I'm gonna have to go ahead and steal that from Redacted. But
Yeah.
Yeah. Boy,
Man, let me know. I can yeah.
nah.
makes it happen.
All right.
I'll let you know if you ever need to find something.
Okay.
If you need to find something from Payless for, you don't want to find it. It's not something you should be looking for.
I got you. Yeah. No, but the episode that came out Wednesday, I just watched it last night. I'm not gonna ruin anything, but it has T'Challa. So for the audience should know, because I feel like I know most of the audience. Y'all should know what if is about. But basically, it's what if like the first episode was like what if Captain America was instead of
What?
no.
Yeah.
Instead of Steve Rogers, it was the lady Meredith. I don't remember.
Oh,
her name.
Peggy Carter.
Peggy Carter.
Peggy
Yeah.
Carter.
And she was it was a different Captain America for sure. And then the one yesterday, it actually made me a little emotional. I ain't no bitch, but I was, I felt a few things.
It's okay to cry.
I
Shut
personally
up.
never cried in my life, actually.
Nigga said, shut up.
Nah, but it was T'Challa. What if T'Challa got abducted by the Ravagers instead of
Peter Quill.
Yeah. And it was beautiful, man. It was beautiful. Like Thanos was in it, and he was a different dude. Like, yeah, I highly recommend it. I'm gonna watch it again.
We're almost there.
Out of here.
I'm doing a rewatch of the MCU in timeline order.
There we go.
And we just finished Ant-Man and the Wasp. So
that sounds
you're
like
a trooper, bro.
Fast.
You're a true. I tried that movie twice and fell asleep. So
shout
out to you.
I think Paul Rudd is just delightful. Like I'll watch his movies.
I agree.
Like
it is in fact delightful.
It's delightful. Like it's always a good time.
Wahlberg, Cash me.
What?
Think about Mark Wahlberg.
I think he's a bad guy. He's a bad guy.
Good answer.
Very detestable.
Good answer.
He's a non-respectable person. What?
You eat Wahlburgers out there in Boston?
No, their burgers are garbage. Those burgers fucking suck, man. Their buns, they're like buns, like just get so soggy immediately. I had it one time, and it was just like, just had to try. Their fries are just like very clearly like bought in like a bag that they just like dump in. Like lying, just lying about like hand cut. I was like, every single one of these is the exact same shape. Like that's
Listen, someone cut those with their hand.
Someone did. Wasn't the niggas at Wahlberg?
They didn't say that.
It's just super like below mid, man. Like it's
shout out mid.
Yeah.
Nah, I just I don't know. Like I've always wondered. I don't think I've spoken to anybody from Boston. I don't know what the perception of Mark is out there in the streets. Is he a hometown hero? Do people know he's a racist fuck?
I don't know if I like am a good representative of the general population of the whites in Boston.
The whites.
I would.
I do not fuck with that guy.
Better not.
I don't. I know there are people that
he don't fuck with
do.
You.
Yeah, because he definitely for sure does not fuck with me, which is fine. I don't like that's good. Like, honestly, like yeah. I'm just like, I think he's lame as fuck. Like it's just like, but I'm sure like the socks crowd, like the masshole crowd. Like I'm pretty sure they get
Barstool. Sound like you're saying
Barstool listening demographic.
The Stoolies. They're big time Mark Wahlberg fans. They love him.
Crazy that he just gets to keep trucking along. That's so weird. How the powers that be,
privilege.
Like I don't know. That's what makes me think like some of these people on social media, like someone's dropping a little bit of money in someone's account to be like, it's just funny how we're not talking about blank, and it's just like. Because, like, it would just take one tweet for somebody to be like, so I just find it crazy how we never talk about that time Mark Wahlberg, but it doesn't happen. But it could happen, like, to anybody. Like, right now, like, Cam Newton could get cooked up by some shit that happened in 2008 right now, man. It would just be ugly. I don't know. I don't know. It's actually, I don't even say it's the powers that be. It's just if your fans care. Right. And I think in a lot of times, man, a lot of these dudes find out, like, people aren't fans of them. They're, like, fans of, like, the thing they happen to do or, like, the thing they happen to be around. So it's real easy, like, to get a guy that like works at Disney the fuck out of here. But oh, why?
Like, you too big to fail, bro. You too big to fail. Like if niggas remember, Tyler the Creator's music when he first started is way different than what he is now.
Yeah.
And that nigga got the cook. He just said, "Oh yeah, I kiss boys every now and then," and you completely forgot what he was saying in 2013.
And that's crazy because I was just like, pause. But that got him out the hottest water. Like,
that's a fact.
He said some horrible things.
Yeah,
he said some terrifyingly horrible things. It was
got shit that got him banned from countries, bro. Nigga couldn't go to England. Nigga couldn't go to Australia.
No,
and that was like such a deep commitment to the bit, right? Like that guy, he locked into his bit and was like, I can think of offensive shit to say. Watch.
I can make.
That's almost like terrifying how talented he is. Where it's just like, at what point are you doing you? Because every time, like he'll even like go as far as like to wear a wig now. Like clearly, like these are just like he would name his rapping characters. Like this is like to the level of like how Eminem wrote "Stan." And you're like, now that's cool and all, but how did you think of that, nigga?
Right?
Where did you get that from?
Yeah.
I never thought about killing my pregnant girlfriend. Have you?
Yeah.
Driving into the river.
So it's just like, I don't know, Tyler's like locking in and rapping from perspectives where it's like, wait, how do you have this perspective?
Yeah.
Hey, brother.
His new shit's incredible.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. This motherfucker made a soundtrack for the Grinch.
Yeah.
From movie he was talking about doing reprehensible shit.
Bro, he was talking about the R word, K word, burning things.
F words, all types of
F word, all the bad ones.
All the bad words.
I feel like that may be the hard lesson a lot of people find out where it's just like, hey man, you just ain't talented enough to forgive, baby.
Right. That's a fact.
You just not
Which
talented.
brings me to my next subject, the
You're
baby.
about to talk about Robert, aren't you?
Who? Robert.
Who?
Robert Kelly? No. I'm not talking about him.
The man who shall not be named. The baby.
It took entirely too long to get that guy out of the paint, man.
I blame people that are like 30.
No. Yeah. You've seen the Boondocks episode, right?
Of course.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
You're
that's
asking
like
me, the black man.
Have I seen the Boondocks episode?
I thought we said we're not talking about Mr. Robert.
No, we were talking about Aaron Magruder's hit show, The Boondocks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Of course.
A seminal piece of social commentary work.
That's what I remember. Because that was like 2005. I remember like I was never like a big, R. Kelly fan anyway. Not like I had a problem with him before then, but I was just like, I was never the dude like put on some R. Kelly. But after I saw that episode, like I was like 15 or 16 and I stopped listening. Like it was like deleting 2 songs out of my library. But yeah, I'm like, oh, this is not a joke. This is why is this guy still making it? Yeah.
Well, I mean, Dave Chappelle did it too. Like people look like shit.
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle's is probably more famous, and I feel like there's lines from Dave Chappelle's that are more famous and less associated with what it's about.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Like the song is funny. Like,
people will say, I'm listening to you, and like I don't think they like even know what that's from anymore.
Right.
No.
Right. It's like, it was literally a 15-year-old girl. Like,
well, how old is 15 really? That nigga made that joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that was back when, and we can talk about Chappelle too, but I feel like that was obviously that was like
talk
20
about
years
Robert
ago.
though, man. We can't
No,
discriminate.
I wasn't. I said the baby. I didn't say anything. You guys brought up
The
Rob.
baby.
Yeah,
It's
I was-
okay.
That
We
nigga
call
performing
it
at
Yeah.
backyard
Man,
birthday
that shit
party.
doesn't make me feel good even talking.
Swerve.
yeah, we
Hit
don't.
the swerve button. The nigga
Nah, but-
performing at the nigga's
Yeah,
birthday
yeah.
party. Goddamn
He's
it.
at Boosie. You know, yeah, it's ironic. There's a lot of irony that's being said right now. Cause like, first off, yeah, you performing at Boosie. Yeah, Boosie the only one. Boosie was riding for him. You know.
He nigga sound like he trying to rob the baby. You feel me?
Yeah, I don't know when Story of Addie Don came out. I'm pretty sure we already passed the anniversary. But
Yeah.
either way, speaking of the baby, I feel like the culture, the world, it's the perfect time for another non-violent emphasis on non-violent rap beef. And I want it to pop off between the baby and Lil Nas X. I want Lil Nas X to just take him out the paint. I don't think
Didn't they
they'll
do a
it.
song together? Don't they have?
They do have I believe they have a song together.
I'm fairly certain they have a song together.
They have a song together.
Do they?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
do. Off of
I think it's
Did he remake
I think
Panini?
Yeah,
Panini
he was on the
remix.
I was hearing the baby and thinking Lil Boosie. I was like, "There's no way they have a song together." No, the I guarantee it.
I guarantee. I'll
The
bet
baby
money
has a
on
song
it.
with anybody on the Billboard.
Oh yeah.
Panini. Okay. Well, still, I just feel like Lil Nas X can't lose. You know, there's no way.
He's just so good at the internet. He's
Right.
so fucking good at the internet.
Yeah.
He's like if one of us got famous, man, because like he's he's too good at the internet, and I don't like his roots, man. You know what type of account he used to be, man. That's kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
Those dudes are
Yeah.
mean people on the internet. But,
Yeah.
But I mean,
But they're good at it, unfortunately.
I'm more shocked that like the people that like I see on my timeline aren't more aware of how much he's always joking. Like I've never seen him
Right.
serious. Like he's always joking around, and it's like people. It's
You
100,000
take that
tweets,
nigga
and it's like
serious.
jokes on all 100,000 of you, bro. He is fucking with you,
Yeah.
and it's very obvious.
Right.
I'm like, I follow him on Twitter, and I don't listen to his music because he's funny. Like he's a very, very entertaining fellow.
Yeah.
He's got this internet thing down for sure.
Yeah.
Remember when he gave himself titties?
Yo, what?
This nigga dead fucking gave himself titties, bro. Nigga was at a photo shoot or some shit and posted it on Twitter because I follow the nigga too because he's funny. And I see that shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Is that real? And it's a video following it behind it. I shit you not.
I don't remember that.
I don't recall, but
I shit you not.
Was
I'm about
they
to
sitting,
find that
Valen?
shit. Hey, nigga, I can neither confirm nor deny. This nigga, you hear this nigga, bro?
Yeah,
Oh,
but
shit.
straight up, like it don't have to be them, but I do miss like I just remember Story added on like just how fun it was, and like, oh, is Drake gonna respond? And just like the disc, of course, Desus and Mero had their old show at that time. And that was just a good time. So
I feel so trapped where like the type of discourse I want to have can only be had. It seems to be on like either settings like this or social media settings. And it seems like the worst versions of said conversations only seem to happen there. Like if there was a rap beef, man, I don't want to hear about it in the Twitter version. I don't want GOAT conversation. I don't want fucking stands talking about it. I just want to be like, man, you hard his ass up. Like I want real conversation, Bike, man. I really think the internet was a mistake. It's fucking it all up. I don't even feel like I don't even want to hear about Brown and like MJ ever again. It's just
right.
Never logical. It's never gonna be logical ever again. If we gonna have rap beef, we might as well do it. And I'm gonna start this. I'm dropping the diss track at Kane.
Hey, man.
Oh no, that nigga will dead rap at you, bro. That nigga will dead rap to you.
No, I feel like the best part about me being so untalented in the arts in terms of like singing, drawing, rapping, it makes me appreciate it so much more because I'm just like, I have no idea how this person can do that, man. Rhyming and talking a story, that's incredible.
On beat, nigga.
That's exactly how I feel. Like,
I can't draw inside the lines properly. So when somebody does something on a canvas, I'm just like, no, I appreciate and respect this. Like there's no narcissism in my artistic ability. So I'm very much able to appreciate someone's talent. which is why I think Kane should drop the first diss track.
Ooh.
Towards who? Towards you?
Of course not. I'm a great guy.
Hey, man. No, but
It would be very aggressive compliments.
We
nice lineup, Nick. Nah, but fucking no, but you know,
nice lineup, nigga.
Yeah, I can't. I don't have no one to.
You're a nice guy. I'm not gonna lie.
But the cover is still hella aggressive. Like you're not exactly sure what you're gonna listen to when the song starts playing.
The camera, his arms folded like this.
Yeah.
Cash is a lawyer. And he has to have
It's so aggression with the leather jacket. You're either like a cop who doesn't wear the cop uniform or some type of you don't wear leather jackets unless there's like some type of aggression coming behind it.
Right.
Trouble team, I was one.
Nah, I mean I miss making music, but it's like I don't. I'm
Yeah.
putting my energy somewhere. Like I'm putting it here. You know what I'm saying? Like I have hella fun fucking editing and putting this shit all together. So but any of the listeners, you can always get it. You know what I'm saying? It's like a jump, shot. I don't lose it. Just let me know.
Oh, man. Quick thought, and quick question.
Yep.
What's more relieving? Asking for one shot at the gym on the way out and hitting that bitch, or your homie letting you hear his music and that shit being good so you don't have to lie?
Okay, so I've never experienced the second one.
That you know of.
No. Like I
had 3 friends make music and they were all terrible. So the first one for me.
Right.
It's not really like I expect to make that shot though. I don't.
What'd you say?
I'm not relieved. I'm not like relieved though. Like I expect to make that shot. Like it's.
Oh yeah.
It's like
Cash fiend. Cash fiend.
I like the way he said that, and it makes me rethink what I worded it. I was more just like but it's that last one on the like. I would say more if there's no one in there because that rebound, man. There's something about having to go get that ball one more time.
Yeah.
Oh, it's in the corner. I'm done. Like.
There's no one there, so it's so loud when you it just like rattles in like inside your soul. There's no one to like absorb that sound.
Hey, there's different types of misses. There are misses when shooting around alone that will definitely finish you. You're like, I'm not going to get that. There are misses where you're just like, I know what I did wrong. There are misses where you're just like, I just can't figure out what's happening today. Like misses are not all made the same.
No,
there's good misses and there's bad ones.
You're right.
Killian Hayes has a lot of bad misses.
Yeah, you're doing it to yourself, though. Doing it to yourself.
I am. I'm aware. It hurts so good.
No, it's definitely listening to you. When you found out because then you got that glimmer of hope, like yo, if more people hear this, we can make it.
I feel like. That's the thing, bro. When you start thinking like, he knows I'm really his friend. Am I gonna?
He knows I'm his friend. Yo,
am I on? Do I have to start rapping now?
Bro, you start planning his Grammy speech. Like, bro, I'm gonna be in the back acting the ass. Like, I can't believe.
Bro, I'm gonna wear this to the Grammys. I'm gonna wear this to the Billboard Awards. Yo, you think we can sit next to Rihanna, bro? Nigga, one of my homies is trying to.
I wonder if that shit's taught or inherent, where you're just like that feeling you get in your stomach, where you're just like, I don't want to hurt this person's feelings. Like whether it be a stranger or a friend, if you was hearing somebody just rap some bull and it wasn't just like bull where you were just like, nah, I gotta stop this now. You're just like, man, I hear the heart and soul, man. It just ain't it. what's that pit in your stomach where you just like, nah, it's not.
I got a lot of you.
You gotta say it's not for me. You say it's terrible.
I got a lot.
It's tough because I had a buddy who just like he spent so much time writing the stuff down and then he like recorded it and then he like played it back and it was just like there was no bass in this man's voice. It was just so soft that you could not hear it over the beat. And he was like, "It's tight, right?" And I was just
yeah.
I was just like, I honestly like, who mixed this? He was like, I did, bro. Like, I did the beat too. And I was like, I was like, I mean, I'm glad you figured out how to use The tool, that's a skill that you picked up. Like now you know what the buttons do. It's like tough, right? Because it's just like something they put there. They really thought that, like, but it's just like it's not.
I find myself.
You fell off the beat. You're not riding the beat at all. Like it's just
fell off the beat.
As a straight man, I could never ride the beat, so I never could. Damn. It's like I don't even have like the. I'm open enough. Like I'm too insecure to even try that. If I like wrote some shit down, I wouldn't even share it with y'all. Like it would be like if I cried yesterday. Like according to y'all, I haven't cried since like '95, and I was born in '96. The feast times, and it's just I don't know. Like the fact that you have the courage to like show me this bull, I respect, but it is bull, and it's just like this. Like what are we gonna do?
Oh, you're hating. You asked my opinion.
Bro.
Like
I wish it was good for the both of us.
Yeah.
You think I want
Bro,
this?
I don't want to work no more.
Think I want this to suck? It sucks.
Yeah.
You think I want to be the guy that didn't discover the next Drake? I wish this was amazing. I invest right now. You're hurting us
both. Give you my word.
Do you think Rich Paul was like upset that LeBron's good at basketball? Like it's just like I want you to be good at this. Like we could both go.
I'm just as upset as you are.
They ended up working at Foot Locker together. He really wanted to be his friend.
Man, I just wanted to show you. You got me managing people and shit. Bro.
I wish.
Nigga, you ever hear your man's rapping? You just like, nah, nigga, we gonna be poor forever. you gotta get a nigga advice like you know what you're doing. About to rap, I'm like, yo, bro, you just gotta work on your flow and you might have something. Like, nigga, you can't stay on beat for nothing, brother. You can't keep a one count. And I'm supposed to sit here and think you're gonna be somebody? Damn, man. It's a terrible feeling.
Like, but listen to the words, the lyrics, I can't.
You had anything else on the rundown that you wanted to get into? I know we didn't really touch on the baby, but I mean, what's there to say?
Yeah.
I mean,
we're good.
What hasn't been said?
Yeah. No, I said what I need to say. I just want to see Lil Nas go at him. That's all I want.
I don't even know what
that would be but it wouldn't be a beef. It would be like Lil Nas X tweeting like a hilarious meme and like tagging the baby and like
I want bars.
The only way
you asking the wrong nigga for bars, bro.
Is if like he started and the baby didn't participate. But like that's the type of game that like you only win by not picking up the controller. The baby can't rap beef against somebody that's not a rapper. It's not how you. It would be hilarious. Listen, the only winner is really
that's what I'm saying.
The memes, bro. Lil Nas X would cook his ass up. He like tweets some CGI porn where like it's just him giving the baby the strokes, and it's just like, do you hate this? What do you hate about it? It's just like, oh,
not the strokes.
And it's just like, yeah, Lil Nas X, he knows how the internet, bro. It's no beating him. You don't want to fuck with him.
Yeah,
he's
not one of them.
Right now. You don't want to fuck with Lil Nas. He dropped one song and 100 memes, and you'd be out of here.
Yep.
You don't want to be the guy that wants to rap beef to the
right.
Because the rap community is pretty homophobic, man. You don't want to be the guy that lost the rap beef.
That's what I'm saying. We just massacre.
You'd be the punchline of every bar ever.
Yeah.
For worse or worse. Again, like Lil Nas just like, I did this to expose the homophobia and argument, just like there was a the baby had to die like this.
It would be so funny because like the people who would then use the baby as a punchline would probably also do it in like a homophobic way and then get themselves canceled.
100%. No. Listen to this. They'd get to do these diss tracks toward the baby at Rolling Loud. it would come full circle. Just the most homophobic bars at the baby. And it's just like, but listen, we just don't like the baby. That's what the problem.
I fucking hit my headphone by accident. My bad, y'all.
You're good. It was actually my computer's dying. So, yeah.
I looked at my clock and it was 10. I don't know where the time went. Time flies when
oh shit.
3 attractive brown men.
3.
Yeah.
That's fucked up, Balin.
Damn, why I gotta be the unattractive one, nigga?
What do you mean?
Because you black.
No.
That's true.
Not your skin tone, but I'm talking about the lighting in your room. You're always seriously. I'm like, it always seems like I'm talking to myself when I be editing it.
Nigga said you 11:59 black. Nigga, goddamn.
Nah, you know.
I'm just now realizing you have something on your head. I thought that was an extension of said skull. That's crazy.
I'm fucking weak, nigga.
You got you was tattooed up like Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Oh God.
Fucking weak.
Niggas black as hell though.
No, bro, the black is
yeah.
Can I tell y'all a funny story before we go?
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright, so niggas fucking I remember niggas played in the basketball tournament in the hood. And they had like an announcer or whatever. So I get on the court, I make a jump shot, whatever, niggas start talking. And they giving niggas nicknames. So I get the nickname 11:59, bro. Nigga said 11:59 with the corner jumper.
Go! It's one of those things like when you first heard it, you gotta think, wait. Oh.
Yo, that's so fucked up because like there's nothing you can do. It's the announcer saying this shit.
I was just
you gotta do like I don't know, bro. You gotta like break the next street and use your nickname. Like, nah, I'm not that good. Just
I don't need a nickname. You don't need to give me a nickname.
You don't need to tell me anything, please.
Fucking throw the ball at it. Yeah. Fuck shit.
I have a question.
Yep.
Have any like what's like the worst thing, most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you in a game of pickup ball or like sport?
Definitely falling.
I got my contact knocked out of me once in football. And I don't remember it being like a huge hit. Like I wasn't in pain, but I lost one of my contacts. So
nigga knocked the sight out you, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got two. One being in front of a crowd, and the other one being like some stuff like that. So the number one that I always like when I get these questions to say the first thing that came to my mind. I don't like to filter it. I just give because that's usually what the truth is. And it was when I got dunked on. It's the only time I've been dunked on. I was running. We were like outside on like one of those. You put a couple bricks on the back of the rim type deal. One of those that you know.
Yeah.
Playing 2-on-2. In Detroit, circa maybe. Let's go 2008, 2009. Pick and roll comes off. This dude named Anthony comes around. And it was one of those. The thing about dudes that are athletic is it's not only that they can jump high, it's that they elevate really, really, really fucking fast. So like as high as they got, they also got there before you even had a chance to embarrass yourself. So I got what I thought was going to be like meeting him at the rim or getting my hands up to contest was really just, a face full of that. And
Look like you was asking for it, huh?
Motherfucker said a face full of that.
With arms wide open.
It was crazy. So I got dunked on. That was the only time I've ever been dunked on. It almost happened again in game in high school, off the backboard, fast break, but dude missed
off the backboard.
Oh, this would have been. I'd have walked out. But
that's murder one.
And I catch the ball on top of the three.
Oh shit, you're breaking up, Pele.
It's not even high school basketball. I have no idea why I even was able to hear that or listen. I just heard it shoot and I'm like, oh shit, and just fired one up. Oh, I lost my internet. Oh
no, I think
you're good. You're good.
Oh, my internet's
you're good now.
But I swear I heard shoot and I shot it and I just got all like left side of the backboard, bro. I'm talking. And all you hear because I looked is like I'd say about a crowd of 80 to 100 high schoolers from some county, Trigg County in Kentucky, screaming "air ball, air ball."
No, that's what nightmares are made of.
It doesn't feel good at all.
And the thing is, it's not even an air ball. I would just be like, it's not an air ball. I hit the side of the backboard.
It wasn't an air ball. I hit the side of the backboard.
That's also like an unholy and unnatural sound in the game of basketball when you hit the side of the backboard.
It's the biggest thud. It's just a thud. Thud.
It's like when a body hit the pavement.
So yeah, those are the two most embarrassing for me: the getting dunked on and getting told I airballed. I did. I did miss.
I didn't. That was a lie. I would just I'd be furious. It's a lie.
It's
Come up
weird.
with something creative.
Crowd. Like
It's a lot.
like rec league stuff, like the things you hear, like the general chatter that's going on, and then the things that you pick up. Like if you hear your name and it's just weird things you hear. It's kind of odd. What about you, Balin? What's the worst L you've ever taken during sports?
Getting dropped off, bro. Nigga getting floored in the open gym and everybody see it. It's bad work, man. You can slip, you can fall. You can't fall though, bro. Can't touch the ground, my nigga.
If the ass can't hit the ground.
Nah, bro. Like I was like,
falling to your knees
like,
worse.
I mean, hands and knees. If no part of the legs hit the ground, you slipped. You fall if any part of the lower half hit the ground.
It's like it was one of those joints where like you think you got your balance and then you fall, so you gotta like brace yourself. So it's like I ain't get dropped, like I ain't sit down, but you know what I'm saying. I touched earth. You feel me? That's probably the worst for me.
That's like
in an open gym.
Wait, falling backwards and catching yourself, or falling?
No,
forward?
like I went like you know
if
how
you
Kyrie
fell
caught
backwards.
Brandon Knight, how Kyrie caught Brandon Knight at the rookie sophomore game. That's how it happened. I went to contest and I thought I had my footing, and I ain't have my footing.
Okay,
feel me? He just so happened to be doing the hezzy, and I bit. I thought my legs was under me. They weren't.
Hey, don't reach, man.
Exactly. I went to contest. I thought, oh, shot's going up. I'm good. Nah, bro.
That's crazy. And we all know what I'm talking about. How like when your mind has now went way faster than what your body can do. So you're getting called the hezzy and you're contesting the shot, but your mind is saying, "Oh no, we still need to defend," and your body's like, "We can try." And it's like a starfish. I swear I had this. It all happens in slow motion. So your body's just like, "We're gonna do this," and your mind's like, "I swear we're gonna do this." And you're like, man, that's not how momentum works at all. Gee.
That's not fair, dog.
I play in this flag football league, and the team we were playing against had this like 6'3" dude allegedly played at BC, and I was like, bro, this is like middle age, like we are like late 20s, early 30s, bro. Like, why are you here?
Not that
like
serious.
There's no need for you to be here. He's just like reversing field. It's just like, bro, and like I'm the only person on my team. Like, everyone else is doing everything they can to like not like be on his side. I'm 5'8", bro. Like this is like I'm out here like I do not care. Like I was like, I'll fucking guard you. Well, let's do it. And it was one of those things. Like you're not supposed to jam. I jammed. Fucking mistake.
That was the first.
What? No. I should. I got back. The ball was up, and I'm like, all right, I'm about to take off. He doesn't know I got springs, bro. And then it's just like my brain like already like processes. It was like I'm in the air. I'm one-handing this bitch. Like I'm taking it back. Like it's not at all what happened. I went to jump and then I was just like on the floor. Like I was just like face first on the ground. Like you just like I was like, well, that was stupid. And I went back for more because I'm dumb.
Wait, what happened? So he just
because I went. He just like jumped essentially over me.
Okay.
Like caught the ball. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure he like kneed me in the back of the head. Like he was just like. I was like, okay.
It was not his knee, my friend.
No. I just felt a nightstick.
Cash being the first man.
Yeah, he was playing with a fucking flashlight in his pocket. It was weird.
I don't know why. He just got off for work and being a security guard. I don't get it.
No, to make the rules fair, they made him play with metal flags, you see. So they had to put a little weight.
They had to put a little weight on it.
All right.
Oh, boy.
That was so much fun. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, man. I appreciate it.
Awesome.
Anybody got any last words? Or?
As always.
Good.
Yes, sir.
Hey, we missed out. I know we said pray for Afghanistan last week, but I'm gonna say we let each other down. Me and Kane as black brothers, man. Pray for Haiti. Pray for Haiti. Pray for Haiti.
Yes, pray for the
That is
Zols,
a country
man.
that is owed a lot by the country of
A
France.
lot.
Yeah,
Billions.
France can go fuck itself.
Oh,
like,
France can
for,
go
like,
fuck
Big time.
in,
Big
in
time.
no
Every
uncertain
time something
terms,
devastating happens,
France
they
can go
are
fuck
reminded
itself.
of the fact that has happened. Pray for Haiti. Pray for the people of Haiti. I don't know if you can maybe in the link when you throw this up, find something to donate to, because man,
Facts. Do not donate to the Red Cross. Do not donate.
Do
to the Red
not.
Cross.
A criminal
Do not donate to
organization.
Do not donate to the Red Cross.
We're still praying for Afghanistan as well, but we're praying
Big
for
time.
Haiti also.
The great thing about prayers and like well wishes is that if they're sincere, they can also be unlimited.
Right.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
Straight up.
absolutely.